You see it. You see it, you understand. If you do it, you understand. If you understand what this means, if you do what this means, when are you gonna do a review of the movie? I thought about it. I was gonna post it. And I was just like, you know what? I got a podcast. Indie things indie. Why don't I just do it there? It's all the way. Let's do a show. Let's get together. So that's what we're gonna do. Today is all about Wakanda Forever. In my mind, I like to call it Wakanda Forever. That's the show. All right. So just to get us in the mood, I want to play the trailer. I think it's the final trailer for the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And I love it so much. Big shout out to Tim's because her cover of No Woman, No Cry was fantastic. So y'all enjoy and welcome to the Indie Show, All Things Indie, our special episode of Wakanda Forever. Let's go.
No woman, no cry.
In my culture, death is not the end.
No woman, no cry.
It's more of a stepping off point.
Hey, little darling, don't shed no tear. No woman, no cry.
The Black Panther has never failed to protect Wakanda.
Show them who we are. Now is our time.
Hey yo, that time, man. The indie show. My main man, Mastermind.
The indie show, indeed, the flow sickening. Masterminded by mastermind, the plot thickens. Good riddance to other pies, the odds against them. Tuesday at 8 p.m., we back in business. Key is in the building, Jay is in the building. Giving the feeling that most of y'all been missing. All things indie, is it banging or whack? Can't call it, but we'll be the judge of that. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Majorly we indie, ain't no canceling this. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Majorly we indie, ain't no canceling this. And I'm gone.
The indie show with Mastermind.
How we doing? How we doing? One time for your mind. It's your man, Mastermind. You are tuned into the Indie Show, All Things Indie. What's good with you, ladies and gentlemen? I am so very happy that you guys are here. Thank you so much for checking in today. I appreciate you very much. And off the top, I need to shout out one of our platinum viewers. His name is Heath Gunn. He holds us down every week. He asked, is this, let me just check. I'm going to read the comment because he said, is this episode going to be a spoiler for the movie? Should I pull up right now? Yes, this episode is going to be very spoilerific. So if you haven't seen the movie, I would suggest you check this out at a later time after you watch the movie. All right. We gave everybody the whole weekend to go see the movie. We're not going to spoil it on social network, but we are going to get into it tonight. Please understand, all right? That is your final warning. You can please, with all due respect, you can stick around and rock with us. We would love your commentary because y'all know you're a fool. But anybody that has seen it, put us on pause, all right? Because we're going to spoil it for you. But if you know people who have seen it, go ahead and send them our way. It's the Indie Show, All Things Indie. You can watch us live on bbclife.com. All right, when you watch us on bbclife.com, you can chat with us in real time. We love it when you chat with us. I love it especially because I get motivated, I get supercharged. So the more comments coming at us, the better. We'll get you on the screen. We'll answer your questions and show the world your comments. You don't have to agree with us, but I do have one rule. If you're going to be a part of the show, you got to keep it 100. All right? All right. That's what's up. Big shout out to J. Kales. J. Kales is in the building. I appreciate you, big homie. I see you. All right, spread the word. Shout out to Kansas City is representing fully. This segment, I start off the show. Look, it's a very special Wakanda edition of the indie show. All right, we're gonna have the same segments, but everything is gonna have a Black Panther slant for the most part. All right, cool, got it, good. All right. With that said, hey, this is Hello Neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
All right. All right. So already shout out to J. Kales and Heath Gunn. And also, where is she? She needs to show up soon. Love Diva. Big shout outs to Love Diva. She is our third member. If you want to be a platinum viewer, all you have to do, there we go, Indie Insiders. All you have to do is rock with us 3 episodes in a row, and on that 3rd episode, you're going to be on our platinum plaque. Easy as that. I want to show love to everybody that's always been riding with us. Spread the word, all right? Also, I want to say my partner in crime that's holding it down on the 1s and 2s and doing all the production for this episode and always on every episode of the Indie Show. He is my co-host, but more importantly, he is my producer, the one and only JS1.
I guess I'm here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy to have you, sir.
Oh man,
good?
Thanks.
You had a good weekend?
I had a wonderful weekend, man. Went to see Wakanda Forever. Went out to dinner Saturday. Went out to dinner Sunday. Yeah, it was a good weekend, so I can't complain. I ate. That's the most important part.
When
you eat and watch movies.
Hey, I ate too. Look, I had to work on one day, and then I had this conversation with JS1 offline. But this whole weekend, I cut a cord cutter. I still have cable, and our cable box went out for the weekend. So my wife laughed at me because she 4 hours without cable before you figure out a way to watch TV. And she says that a lot because I told you a while for the real world, not the real world, but that game show on CBS Big Brother, and there's no TV on Big Brother. So how in the heck am I gonna go 30 days without TV if I can't do 30 hours? So it was fun. Thank God for smart TVs and my Xfinity Stream app.
So there's no, like, wait a minute, Big Brother doesn't come on like one of the apps?
No, I'm talking about being when you're on the show, when you're participating in that house, there's no connection with the outside world. No newspapers, no email. You just cut off. It's just y'all. They don't even have books, I don't think. Maybe the Bible, but that's about it.
He said maybe the Bible, but that's it.
Wow.
That's literal torture. Like, yo, at least give me a book to read.
Yeah. Yep. No. They need to talk to each other and scheme and plot and everything. Miriam, what's happening? We got Memphis in the building. Don't spoil it, ma'am. If you plan on watching this movie, I would just plug your ears before anything big happens. All right. If you feel like we about to say something crazy, because we're gonna talk about it. This is a safe space for us to talk about it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody on the internet. All right, cool. So if you know some people that love this movie and they want to talk about it, send them here. All right. Let's move on to our next segment. Previously on.
Oh, wait a minute.
Previously on Ready to Die.
There you go. That's all you're getting.
There we go. Ah, yes, she saw it. Thank you. All right. I'm looking forward to your commentary too, Miriam, because you don't hold back. So in previously on last week's episode, what I want you to do first on any of these apps or whatever, find the show. You can find the podcast for The Indie Show, All Things Indie. Just put that in there. You're going to find it. You're going to see the modified Outcast logo with the Indie Show name on it. That's us. Click on it. Last and go to vbclife.com. You will see last week's episode. So you can hear the podcast, you can watch it on YouTube. JS Swan, what did you think of our interview with Michael Neal?
I definitely had I had some interesting it was an interesting day. We didn't get to do the post episode. No. But it was an interesting episode. He left kind of abruptly. It was dope. Like everybody had some strong opinions about the music segment. So like, that was different. I thought we had fun, especially once we got to the games. I definitely thought that was super fun. It was a good night, and it moved quick. It just felt like the whole show breezed by so fast.
It really did, and one of the main reasons he left early is because he got a phone call from Universal Records. So it was hard for him to stick around. He helping out folks at Universal. So it was really cool. And in Small World, he's good people with Miriam. That's good people, with Miriam. So like, Small World, yeah. Kel says Mike was all about his business. Mm-hmm. He pulled no punches. That is true. Because if you have thin skin, he was going to talk about you and your music. But I like the way that he was breaking down, and we'll judge that.
Yeah, it's definitely it's
all right. With that said, you are special. With that said, I'm ready to introduce our guest for tonight. All right. So we're about to get into it. And right now, from the Black Nerd Podcast, you can find that on VVC Life Sundays at 6 p.m. I want to introduce y'all to Ink Boy.
Oh, snap. I'm in.
Round of applause. What's happening?
What's going on? Thank you for having me.
Yo, brother. Hey, it's all good. Now, look, I don't know if these folks are on CP time or what, but we have we put out an invitation for Drew Garrett, who's on our past guest. He is going to be part of this Wakandan Embassy conversation we're going to have for our discussion panel. And another member of the Black Nerd. He's been in fashionably late. You'll see them pop up. Also joining the conversation, JS1. He is part of that podcast as well. So all of us, we're going to get into it. So we're going to be answering questions and posting comments that y'all have on the chat. All right. So I'm looking forward. We about to get in there. You don't have to agree with us. Just keep it 100. Defend your platform. Another thing I want to say, if you are shy, okay? If you are shy and you don't feel like you can just be on camera and everything, you can leave me a voicemail. You can leave me a voicemail right there. You do that, and then I will figure out a way to play it live on the air. No worries. If I don't play it on the air, it's definitely going to go on my podcast. Got it? So that's how we getting it in. So for the shy people, I'm putting that on so you will be able to participate in some form of fashion. All right.
Nice.
So one of the things I like to do, Ink Boy, I like to introduce, let my guests introduce themselves. All right. And we call this segment Elevator Pitch.
Who the
hell do you think you are?
Who's supposed to go first?
Well, he's gonna tell us who to go first.
All right, then. In elevator pitch, Ink Boy, you will have 20 seconds to pitch yourself to tell us anything and everything about you. Make it good, because if it's terrible, I'm gonna just say thank you for stopping. I have to see you later. All right.
Okay.
So no pressure whatsoever.
All the pressure in the
All right.
world.
I'm at JS1.
Hold on. I'm ready.
my
Hold on.
seconds
Yes,
are
sir.
ticking.
Look at that.
No.
I supposed to go right
I'm
now?
taking it back. No. All right.
Oh,
All right.
gosh, that anxiety is real.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm Ink Boy the Dawn. I'm a tattoo artist. I own a couple shops. I have a mobility bus that I do tattoos on. I'm an author. I do hair and strip part-time. My stripper name is Tied in a Knot. Done.
Well, dang, we found out everything. We didn't see that was coming.
That was none more to that story. I don't think anybody wanted to know anything else. It went downhill quick.
All right.
That shit was scary.
Oh my God.
All right, cool. Hey, you are here, so we're gonna keep this thing moving. The name of this segment is called New Phone. Who this?
Who this?
New phone, who this? New phone, who this?
You ready?
All right. So this segment right here is interactive. So people that are watching, you can answer these same questions. All right. Oh wait, Jake is stupid. He said, "What show is this again?" You retarded. All right. So here we go. These questions, I'm gonna ask you some rapid fire questions. All you have to do is just answer them honestly. Just keep it 100. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ink Boy, this is about you. And JS1, these are brand new questions, so you can answer as well. All right?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
You want me to start with the new?
It on the screen.
You want me to start with a new question, or you want me to go with one of the old ones?
Old stuff.
All right.
We go with
the
old
classic,
stuff, and then we're gonna end with the new.
Boo.
Oh man.
How do you like your grits?
Cheese, sugar, salt and pepper, or butter?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't like grits. I consider them slave food.
That's so disrespectful, yo.
We haven't had, but he kept it 100, so he get props from me. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's so disrespectful.
I don't like grits. I do not eat grits.
Yo, oh my God.
This fool said this question has broken up families. Boy,
and that is not a lie. It is definitely not a lie.
I spent a lot of time in Georgia. There is nothing better than
that's
pecan
not
pie.
the.
What? Hold up.
Damn,
where did Mastermind go?
He walked off the
show. I'm back.
How you walk off your own
about
show?
Grit. I had to go. I was protesting. Yeah. Look. Yes. Just the questions that are from the Black Panther questions.
All right, cool.
All right, what's that?
Let's see. Here we go.
No.
Okay.
All right, Mastermind normally reads these. Are you all right?
No, I'm good. Anyway,
can you
take
see
whatever
it?
order we going in. All right. Yeah, I see it. Favorite Black Panther.
I didn't know you wanted me to play them in order that you placed them. Like, you never said that. I didn't know. So I just put whatever uploaded. I'm clicking on them. But go ahead. Yeah. Favorite Black Panther quote?
To me, I gotta say when Michael B. Jordan was like, "What, you ain't think the ancestors exist?"
That's definitely deep.
That's a good one. All right, I got you. What about you, Jay?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I literally was scouring, like YouTube for like clips so I could pull a line from the movies, but definitely the one from Wakanda Forever where Shorty is making fun of her for having an ashy head, and I think I have that clip, which is so disrespectful. Like, it is just really, really crazy. What is this one? Is this the right one? Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. But anyway, I ain't gonna go super crazy on y'all. But like, yeah, there's a scene where the young girl is like about to get kidnapped, and the kidnapper is obviously one of the beautiful Wakandan warrior women with her haircut, and she made fun of her for having an ashy forehead. So I'll just leave that there, and that's my quote. So go ahead.
Ashy forehead. I got you. Miriam said that was funny, so she's co-signing on you with it. And she also said her favorite was "Hey Auntie."
Yeah,
so that was a good one.
That was.
And Jay Kells stole mine. He said, "We don't do that here." Best ever. So that was gonna be mine as well. Big shout out to Drew Garrett is in the building. Filmmaker extraordinaire. How you doing, brother? I think you're stuck in traffic.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm reaching out to y'all stuck in the DMV trying to get some work done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you hear me or
you on my side of the town?
Yeah, man. Man, you know they don't close till 5 o'clock out here, bro. So it's only 5:25.
Ah,
so I made them do some overtime.
Okay then.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
Well, we happy to have you, sir. What's your favorite Black Panther quote? Thank you.
Let me see.
Oh, he on delay.
Black Panther. Yeah. I'm not getting a bad connection. Hold on.
There we go. He on the bad connection. We gonna work that out. All right, next question. How were you introduced to Black Panther? Movie, comic book, cartoon, or toy?
Me, comic books.
JS1, I'm gonna let you go first.
I would have to agree. I was introduced.
Books, which one?
Oh, I have no idea.
I've always been more of a X-Men fan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure it was probably parlayed through some X-Men thing or something. But to be honest with you, like, I wasn't super duper aware for real. Like, I remember seeing like scenes or like maybe a comic book in a store that was based on him, and I didn't know exactly what to make of it. So, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you like, yo, I used to read all of them and da-da-da. Like, I really didn't get seriously into it until the Marvel Universe started popping, and then they're bringing all of that stuff, and I was like, wow, this is a serious character. So then after the films, I literally went and bought all of the novels, and I've got those. But, like, you know, as a kid, it wasn't at the forefront for me. You know what I mean? And that's because I'm trash as a human being. And I'm just being
I got this.
Mm-hmm. He is trash.
Yeah.
Don't choke,
bro.
See, that's the ancestors. You was up there talking about grits. They trying to make you choke. Look, so like mid 90s. All right, so back in college, UGA, mid 90s. One day I was going to come, and the dude that owned the store was like, yo, there's this new book, Black Panther. that came out. I mean, this wasn't the original one, but somebody finally redid it. Christopher Priest, a brand new Black Panther comic book. It was non-linear storytelling. Artwork was fantastic, and really read. I knew of it, but I had never read anything about Black Panther until then. And then after that, I was on. I needed everything Black Panther. When Reginald Hudlin came next with his series, oh, I scooped that up real quick, and I started chatting with Hudlin through email because I was like, yo, you writing the book now? Bang, boom, bing. So I've been for a long time. So when Panther first came out in theaters, I had to be there because I was just like, I was down like 4 flyers since the mid '90s.
So like you had like at least a cordial. You had a cordial relationship with the writer, so you were able to have back and forth emails with him.
Yeah, because what had happened was when he wrote Black Panther, the voice that he was using, he was coming across as a black dude rather than some little African, right? So he had, sometimes you can write author or whatever of a book, they'll respond, y'all just chat it up. So he actually responded. He told me what his position was, and then from that point, I saw, he kept it 100 with me. And then I started reading it, and then as I read it, I was just like, oh, I see where he's going with this, and it's definitely one of my favorites. It's a different tone than the Christopher Priest version, because Christopher Priest, his main character, well, he was telling the story from Everett Ross's, the white man's perspective, which was smart because then it'd be like, hey, okay, we got this white dude telling the story. I'm white, so I want to, let me check this book out or whatever. So it won't get canceled, But then Reginald Hudlin, his stuff was black. I'm talking about it's unabashed every minute of it.
Got you. All right,
I'm ready to rock and roll.
So is it the Dora Milaje or Midnight Angels? I have a question. Who are the Midnight Angels?
It was those two women in the two disgraced Dora Milaje who had the new suits that could fly and everything.
Oh, got you. I'm going with the Dora Milaje. I'm sorry. I like them. They too hard. They ain't got no suits. Yeah. They fine as hell. Spears and bald heads turns me on every time. I can't front. Ink Boy, what you feeling?
No, I would take them as well. The two chicks, well, the two females with the suits or whatever. They look special, but I'll take the bald head ones.
Thank you, J. Kels, for being real.
All right.
Thank you for
Next question.
Thank you for not fronting. All right.
I appreciate it. Look, I was trying to Google on the side, like.
Damn, we ain't nerds. We about to lose our nerd card.
Hey, favorite Black Panther villain: Killmonger, Claw, Namor, or colonizers.
I'm gonna give it to the new guy. Honestly, he was definitely vicious, and he has, a plan B with all of this. Like, what I'm saying, play it smooth, and he got like more shit in the works to come down the line for real. So he was actually kind of scary for real, especially like hearing him in saying that Dolby sound and everything like that, and he threatened the queen like it was nothing. It was real MS-13.
Oh yeah, he was definitely a G for that.
Nah, man, I'm being
What about
honest
you,
with
JS?
Yeah, the real enemy here in this film, the real menace is definitely the white people.
Oh, you talking about America? Yes, okay, if we're doing that.
And the colonizers, you know what I'm saying?
Colonizers.
I mean, yeah. Like, just white people in general. You know what I mean? Because like, if you really watch the film,
that's how we got canceled.
It's white people. Yeah, right. Facts. That's how white people came messing around with Namor's land, and then Namor go to and that's how it all rolls out of control, man. So like, Namor is an innocent bystander, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said Namor, that dude is on another level. He was gonna win either way. Interesting thought process. Not the way I would have put it, but salute to you.
Oh yeah, look. One, I like the way that they redid Namor. We can get into that later, but I like the way that they redid Namor. But from now on, I'm calling him Namor. Of his MCU background is forever going to be Namor, because I just like when he said that, I was just like, okay, that's fire. All right, so JS, since we're talking to him, can you go ahead and flip when he speaks?
Yes, sir, I can. That's definitely the move. Hold on. Let me remove this. Let me add this. And then pull up that. Let's see. Which one? There we go. Yeah, my man. He came in with the big introduction. And let's play.
What reason do you have to reveal your secret to the world? I am not a woman who enjoys repeating herself. Who are you?
I have many names. My people call me. But my enemies call me Namor.
Get out of my dorm. Get out.
Too much too fast. So I don't know where Mastermind went. So it's the Black Nerd Podcast takeover. Like, I don't even understand what's going on. Like, how he go? How you just? Oh, my bad. Like, wait, what?
What happened to you?
We wanted to know what happened to you, yo. You just disappeared. Like, we was like,
we can have an empty. We can have an empty seat for a second. Captain Kirk was able to get up and walk around sometimes.
True.
Goodness.
Well, you had to go to the bathroom. Like, he trying to take a piss in the middle of a clip.
What's the next question?
Boom.
Did you read Black Panther before the movie, after the movie, or there's a comic?
See, no, I'm just playing. It was definitely after the films, and I'm not gonna lie about that. After the first one, I was on it. I was on it like heavy. So, Ink Boy, what about you? Was it before the movies or after the movies?
I won't say that I read the comics, but I do have the DC and the Marvel encyclopedias. And so like after the movie, you know what I'm saying? I got to get more information on him about like, him being with like Storm and all that type of cool stuff.
Whoa. Run that back. What? Black Panther used to date Storm?
Well, like it's like those different like multiverses. Yeah, but there's different like universes for real inside of universes and shit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? One of his stories is he was with Storm for real.
This is not a different multiverse. This was regular universe. They were married. I'm positive. They were married and then she broke it off with him. This is all in continuity.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Got you. So I was giving it the benefit of the doubt. I can't allow this to be a DC type of situation. So I'll make up a lie real quick to defend Marvel.
No, I feel you. But no, they were together. It was everybody knew about it. Then they broke up. They still reference it from time to time. They're still cool. They still got love for each other, but they are no longer together.
Yeah, my problem is I love Storm, and if I can't have Storm, nobody can have Storm.
I like JK's statement.
All right, I think his son is going to get the Storm storyline. That might be
I
hard.
can see
That might
that.
be super hard.
You know, let's
We're gonna be old as
make
shit
sure
going
we
to the
touch
theater
on that in
looking
the
at that.
discussion portion.
No, and I definitely got you on that.
Next
All
question.
right. All right, we got time for
Our
that.
theme voice. If you had your own theme music, what would it be?
Probably Capone and Noriega. Shit, I can't even think of the name of the song for real. You know what? Cameron, take him to church.
Oh dang. But the fact that you didn't even really have to think about it, that's what's up. I told everybody mine is Odioti Dopalicious by Outkast.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like
JS,
that.
you gonna do one of your songs?
Outkast, Funky Ride. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be my theme music. You know what I'm saying? That's real. That's real. Yeah, if you don't know nothing about it, you don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's Too Hard for the Radio by Mac Dre. God.
Yo, let's go, bro.
Mac Dre.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mac Dre. Okay.
Yo, I love
J.
J.
I got a
man.
couple more questions left. Let's go.
Who's your favorite comic book character? I got mine. All right. I'm gonna go. Hey, yo, Mastermind, you go first, cause I want to know your answer. Like, who's your favorite?
It is T'Challa, because T'Challa is a beast in the comic book world. This man is 2 steps ahead of everybody. He has a plan, kind of like Batman, but he has way more money, and his intelligence is way high. He's one of the top 5 smartest people in the Marvel Universe. He is royal, but he's cool in the mug too. So T'Challa, ever since I started reading, I was like, yo, this is that dude.
Yo, and that's the crazy part. Like, he is portrayed as a super smart person in the comic books, but in the movies, they don't play him stupid, but he doesn't seem to be, it seems like he plays catch up a lot of times. You know what I mean? He doesn't always seem to be ahead of the curve on everything, and that's something I really don't like. They don't like, Tony Stark's intelligence is played up to the maximum. You know what I mean? But it doesn't seem like they did the same thing. Like, it's like, all right, T'Challa is noble and suave and cool and all these other things, but they don't play up his intelligence as the same way they play up Tony Stark's.
So when Reginald Hudlin created Shuri, his sister, because he never really had, when he first created back in the 60s or whatever, he never had a sister. He didn't have a sister when the 90s book came out. All right. So when Reginald Hudlin created it, he gave her a sister, and she is highly intelligent. So they use that in the movies. So we're going to show love to her, let her have the super high IQ. I mean, it's like a brother-sister thing. He is smart, but he's on her level, but she's just a little bit more. All right. So let her focus on the tech stuff while he's running the country and doing his superhero stuff. So yeah, he's intelligent, but no, they're not giving him big brain type intelligence on camera like they did Tony, and like they probably will with Reed Richards.
Gotcha. All right. No, we got that one already, and then this is the last one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Daylight savings. Do you prefer to spring forward, fall back, or neither? I hate daylight savings.
Yeah, I heard that America's the only place that does that. So it's kind of stupid.
So your answer, huh?
Yeah, I'm saying it, like, we need all the damn daylight, especially living in Baltimore, that we can get. Like, I don't want to go to the store when the sun goes down. I'm just saying.
I think everybody is hating. Even JKL says, leave my time alone. I used to be a fan of fall back, like I get an extra hour, but it feels like we fell back 2 hours because it is way too dark when I come home after work. It wasn't that dark. It wasn't even close to dark before I fell back. So I'm just like, man, somebody messing up.
I agree.
Well, I would have to say, boy, you have passed New Phone Who This. Good stuff.
Hey, can I make one statement real quick?
Go for it.
My three characters would have been Thanos, Gore, the God Butcher, and Howard the Duck. We can move forward now.
Oh, wow. So, are we talking about the movie versions or the comic book version?
With Gore, definitely like the comic books. Thanos from the movie, he touched on some valid points. And Howard the Duck, I just appreciated that he was Marvel.
Yeah. Did you watch the movie back in the day?
What, Howard the Duck? I think
that's
excited, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the shit. That white dude from Ferris Bueller was scary as all hell.
Yeah, that's a super fact.
All right. So what I want to do now, we're gonna switch gears. For tonight's We'll Be the Judge of That. I want to just play a little bit of Rihanna's new song from the Black Panther soundtrack.
Oh, okay. Give me just a second, please.
Just a moment. This is the Indie Show, all things indie. It's your man, Mastermind. Thank you for tuning in. It's about time after this music video, we're going to get into the discussion. We're going to keep it 100. We're going to talk about each and everything that's going on.
Yup. And that. And all right. It's in here somewhere. And let's go. Off here. All right. That was Rihanna, people.
J. Kell said Rihanna might as well move to Wakanda after leaving me for A$AP Rocky. He digs the song.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Is he threatening her?
So one of the questions I want to ask is this song better than Kendrick's music from the original Black Panther?
No real comparison. It's just a great song to go with the movie. Can't we just like it? No.
No, we got to choose. This is what we do.
The first soundtrack 10 times better, way more cohesive. I definitely loved it. The energy was high. You know, I respect Rihanna. I love Rihanna to some degree, but I don't like this record. So, you know, it is what it is. Man, shout out to her.
Yeah. Outside of this song, I think it is. Well, I haven't even listened to the soundtrack. I've heard a lot of score. So the score that I like, but the album, I haven't heard anything.
I feel like the first soundtrack film score was definitely like groundbreaking for what it was. You know what I mean? Because you have this Caucasian composer coming in and he creates this beautiful score using, you know, all of these African elements and African instruments, you know, mixed in with all of this pop and hip hop mixed together. I mean, it was a phenomenal display. I respect them for bringing it back around for this film, but just kind of subduing it and not making it as out front. I mean, of course, there's still the little hints of, you know, the little sound effects and the usage of, you know, the instrumentation, but it was more,
African-ish.
It was, well, I mean, the first one was way African, but I feel like this was more in the background. Like, you know what I'm saying? The first film was like more, you know, played up for dramatic effect because you had the king and he's trying to display his power, but because this film is so solemn and there's so much weight to the film and what's going on the scenes. I don't feel like they didn't. The music plays its perfect role of balancing out the scenes and filling spaces without like overshadowing the moments. You know what I'm saying? Like when it needed to be quiet in the film was quiet. You know what I'm saying? But when you needed, when those scenes needed that little bit of assistance, the music doesn't overpower. It's just not like, they crying and then the music goes and the king's dead. Oh, like it's very subtle. It's very, you know what I'm saying? It's very, it really does a great job of accompanying the scene and not taking over the scene. And I gotta give them props for that, man. Because when you have an endless budget like they had to do this film, most of the time people's, especially in Hollywood, their thought process is to overdo it. Hey, we got to do it 10 times better. Like, we got to have more graphics. We got to have more explosions. We got to have more music. Bring in 200 pieces of the orchestra. Let's make the music go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it was so beautiful that they did that. They invested in the right places, but they don't go over top. And that was the thing that I love. So I'm shutting up.
No, that is true. Ludwig, which is name, did his thing once again. He won an Oscar, if I'm not mistaken, for the last movie. So this one, the score I like. I just don't know anything about the soundtrack. So we will see, because when Kendrick made his soundtrack for a movie was black. Everything that was a black movie. His music was black, and it went with it. And other than Tim's and Rihanna, I haven't heard anything else. I didn't even really hear any other music in the movie.
I can't think I heard any either.
Yeah.
I felt like the reason why I feel like Kendrick is so perfect for that film is because he balances, an urban aggressive hip hop sound with social commentary and all around creativity. So like, you know what I'm saying? He can give you a pop record, but it still be very hip hop and very conscious. And like Black Panther, it's a blending of all of those things. It's pop culture blended with a social message, and it doesn't ignore the plight of the black community. You know what I'm saying? It uses all of that to empower the characters and to color the story. And like Kendrick does the same thing, in the creation of the music. That's why, in my opinion, it was such a beautiful marriage.
Yeah, and Ryan Coogler being from Oakland, that sound helps push his story and whatever he wanted to come across in his directing. So you marry all of that together. It was just like Ryan is telling the story that he wants to tell with the sound that he wants, that makes him feel good, and all together it works. And I don't think you could have done another Kendrick album, because a majority of this movie is pretty much international. We spend our time in Wakanda, then we spend some time in Tolokon. All right, so we got this Mayan culture, we got this African culture going on, and it would sound real weird for some rap to come on during any of these scenes. That's my take on that.
They could have played Daddy Yankee. I'm just playing.
They definitely could have. I disagree. I feel like if the art was done right, if the songs were, if the song fit the scene, it could work. But this film was so very solemn and serious and thoughtful in so many places. I felt like the aggression of hip hop would have pushed, it would have pushed the energy in the wrong direction. So,
it definitely would have. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch gears. We're about to get into it This is our one-on-one session, but I like to call this one-on-one with the Wakandan Embassy. We are
I
all part
can't
of the Wakandan
believe that it's
Embassy
finally
today.
me and you and you and me, just us.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. We gonna get it in this week. If you haven't seen the movie, this is your time to step out. If you have seen the movie, I want you to participate. I want you to ask your questions. Hey, even if you want to do the voicemail, you can do that. But we're about to get in it. We're about to talk about it. So, like I said in the beginning, people ask me what was my take on the movie, and as you can probably already tell, I really love this movie. I was blessed with some free tickets to go see Wakanda Forever when the Wednesday before the early Thursday night showing. Big shout outs to Ryan Cameron. Thanks for the tickets. And so I took my daughter. It was a daddy-daughter date night, and we went out to see it. They had it at the Fox. I should have sent y'all the information about the premiere. Inside the theater, they had a drum line come through, just playing some drums. I don't know what high school it was, but they came. We was like, "What the heck is this?" So they played for a
That's
while,
hard.
then they walked out, and then super hard. So I have it
You
posted
didn't record
on
it?
my IG.
Oh,
Yeah, I recorded it on my phone, so it's on
okay.
IG and Facebook. I posted it. If I didn't, I will. I don't think I will, but I did post to start the movie out. Ruth Carter, the costume director, she spoke for about a minute introducing the film. So I got to see Ruth on stage with us, and she got a round of applause. So that was kind of tight. I didn't see any trailers. We went straight into it. And speaking of straight into it, they went straight to it. It was just like,
Yeah.
yo, dying. It's like they didn't give you any time. And one of the things I liked about that was they married that with Chadwick's Chadwick's life. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it right there. That's the drum line, both
Yeah, that's dope as
sides.
hell.
Then they went up front. Then they went up front. They were just jamming. So everybody who was actually in the film, this was the cast, the Atlanta cast and crew party. I mean premiere. So everyone behind the scenes, all the actors that was based in Atlanta, they were all there doing this screening. So that was kind of fun. It was live. So Ruth Carter spoke. So I like how we didn't know that Chadwick was sick. We didn't know
Mm.
Chadwick was sick, and he kept that from everyone. And just like the movie, we found out towards the tail end that he is sick. We found out the tail end that he is sick in real life as well as on this movie. So I like how they just merged the two together. It was just like, yo, this man has passed. He is T'Challa. This is the storyline we're gonna run with. They almost made me tear up a few times in this movie. It was dusty in this mug, but I enjoyed the movie thoroughly. It is 2 hours and 40 minutes long, but it doesn't feel long. And the only reason I looked at my time because I had to use the bathroom, and I was just like, "Yo, how long is this movie?" But it's good. It was a quick 240, and I just want everybody to go see it. I love the villain Namor. He is up there as one of the best MCU villains. This dude is calculating and smart, and if it wasn't for a heat stroke, he might have beat down everybody. You know, how you gonna be able to fly and be as strong as the Hulk? Anyway, so yeah, it's other stuff I want to talk, but I have other people. I have guests. I want to get their opinions and comments, and we're just gonna mash it all together. together. They agree, we may disagree, but this is where the fun is. This is the indie show, all things indie. It's the Wakanda Forever conversation. All
You want to
right,
go, JS, or you
the
want me to
floor is
go?
yours.
Nah, go ahead, Ink.
Okay, so my initial take of the movie when I seen the trailer, I was scared for the simple fact because I was like, dang, they about to pair blacks against the freaking, the Mayans slash like Mexicans for real. And I'm like, we're kind of like on the same page. Like, what I'm saying, why would they want? I was more so looking at the division of us and like the United States and then the world. So I was going at it looking at like, that is not like a great thing for me. But the way they like panned it out, and it was like a smooth like handoff, you know what I'm saying, where watching the movie, you felt it for the king, you were scared for the princess, you did not know where it was going to go, and then at the end I'm like, damn, is this going to be like Avatar? Is this about to like have like a division of us amongst the world? And no, like what I'm saying, they had like a nice smooth connection of like what I'm saying, them coming together. And I really, 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 really appreciated that because I was like, I don't know where this is going. Now, I was looking at my watch because I was like, ooh, they don't got that much time to bring this shit home. Like,
there was a lot of story to develop. Hold on. I definitely agree. There's a lot of story to develop, and there was so much going on, even with some of the deaths. It was still a lot. And then I was like, how are you going to wrap up all of this? And then, like, I'm in the back of my mind, like, how you going to connect me to the biggest story and wrap all of this all up at the same time? So, yeah, I definitely agree.
But they did it, though,
yo. They definitely
ticking.
did it.
Yeah,
they definitely did it.
People, I could have swore we had a whole submarine boat full of Africans to where it was 6 of them, like, trying to fend off a whole nation. And when Shorty was talking about her mother and like how she was ready to like fuck up the whole entire world for her, like I understood that, but then I also understood I can't think of the guy's name when he was like, I don't want to have my people fighting forever. And then like what I'm saying, she had to pull like the whole gangster card, like, listen, this is what we about to do.
Mbaku.
You about to help me. Yeah, this is what we about to do, and you gonna help me. And I was just like, goddamn scary women. Like he's bigger and everything. Could have just said no, but he was just like, all right.
Well, I definitely can agree with that. I mean, but also, that moment was the moment that Sherry steps into fully. Like it's a part of the story, and you see her. That was her moment of accepting the fact that she's in charge. And then, she made a decision and now she's standing on the decision. And then now she has to, there's a point when you become in charge that you got to flex on niggas to let people know that I'm in charge.
She is in charge.
Right. And it was like, it was one of those moments.
Now.
Right.
And she had the suit on. So
right. And she had the suit on. Right. So, like, it's not that she didn't have no respect for him, but it was like, it was that moment that she had to be like, all right, bro, I heard you. Now get in line. Like, I ain't trying to hear all that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's almost like, yo, you need to.
She depoted
Yeah, it's like, you got to bend the knee. Like, are you going to bend the knee or do me and you got a problem? Know, he's just like, nah, I'm cool. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do. You know what I mean? And that was a huge moment in that film because she's always been headstrong, but she never, like, if you notice, Shuri never pushed her belief on anybody else. She never tried to get anybody to go along with her unless it was like, yo, everybody about to die, like, let's do this, you know what I mean? But even in those moments, she would defer to other people, like, all right, I got an idea, but what you think we should do? So, like, for her to even step into that moment and just be like, I've made a decision, this is what we're gonna do. So, like, that was a huge turn, and I love that. I love the subtleness of her evolution. Like, in the beginning of the film, she just wanted to be in a lab. You know what I mean? She didn't want to have to do it. Her mother's dragging her out and trying to have that conversation, and her actively, doing what kids do. Like, you're going to listen to your parent, but you're going to ignore them at the same time. Yeah, ma, I get
Grief
it.
Grief is the mug, and she was dealing.
Mm-hmm.
Because that dude, brother, sister, that relationship is strong. And as much as they played around with each other, her and Chadwick had great on-screen chemistry. They
And
looked
they look
like
alike. Look at them.
they were related. They worked well together. So I don't think it was hard for her to feel sad and going through some pain of missing her brother and in those scenes because we we felt it. And she didn't want, like you said,
Right.
she didn't want to do anything but stay in her lab and try to save her brother. She is one of the smartest brains out there, and she couldn't recreate the herb. And
Right.
it was killing her that she was so smart that she couldn't save her brother. I feel like she was putting a lot of pressure on herself. She felt guilty for not being able to save her brother, and it was
Right.
just driving her just to think mad. And
Yeah.
for there to be some unspoken illness that takes out her brother, and it's a silent killer that even medicine and magic can't fix, you got to
Hey,
feel real.
Jay Kells, he got a valid point with his question he just posed.
Oh yeah,
Yes, yeah.
we about to get to it. We about to
Okay.
get to it. I'm gonna set that up because I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet hashtag recast T'Challa, and it bothers me. I can honestly say it bothers me every time I see recast T'Challa because I'm just like, really? If we did, what would the storyline be? Why if the actors? So Ryan Coogler stated he didn't want to do it. He asked the cast and crew, should they do it? And everybody was just like, no, we're not going to recast T'Challa. All right. And I know people, there's no winners in this. We recast T'Challa, you're going to still have people complaining, talking about, he ain't as good as Chadwick. All right. Why they do that? Why they pick him? All right. No one was going to be satisfied. And all of a sudden, it's looking like a daytime soap opera playing the role of T'Challa is going to be such and such. It's just in the middle of this, it's like, okay, so just to say what you were saying, Jay Kells asked the question. Well, first of all, he said it took a lot of courage to not to fall under the pressure to recast. So he's asking us this next question. Y'all ready? It says it's a lot of reviews about it not having a male lead. Didn't matter to me. How do y'all feel about that? So this is two-part I want to put out to y'all. What do y'all feel about them not recasting T'Challa? Because I feel like the people are saying, the black men are saying, our one black hero, that they actually saying that our one black hero, the MCU, doesn't exist anymore. They killed him off. I can't believe it. Now they're bowing down and giving the role to a woman. I don't like
My
it. I'm
dude
not gonna
really
watch the movie.
died. He like really died. Like he didn't say he didn't want to do it no more.
Well, they
Like
recast other people before people die. They can recast. They
yeah,
just
I'm
trying
gonna
to
tell you
get
the
rid of
truth.
the black man.
Nah, that shit is never good to me. Like when they was like they redoing Blade, I'm like, I don't care how much the dude shares the nose with Wesley Snipes. I don't want nobody. Wesley Snipes is still alive. He can still do a roundhouse kick. Let my man still be Blade. But anyway, back to this movie. I don't think it's an issue. I think like people are just taking too much too far. And I am normally one of those folks, like you know what I'm saying, like with the when you break down the whole concept of like Avatar, and then the way I was saying like they pairing the Mexicans against the blacks, but I did not see it as they making it too feminine or there's no male roles. It's like my homeboy Chad is not here, but we have to proceed with the movie because you know what I'm saying, we want the movie, we needed the movie, and that's all they did was like fill the void. I don't feel like this is one of those cases where they're trying to take away like the black man's masculinity and just give it all to females for real. So I've seen it in other things. I don't think that this is the case for real.
JS1, what you got?
It's a lot of women superheroes in the MCU nowadays. It's really interesting. That's all I got to say.
Oh, JS1, come on. Look, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Come on, keep it 100,
What you
dog. Keep it
mean?
100.
Yo, wait a minute. No. Let's not do that. 2 out of 3. All right, look. Captain America's female now. Arrow, not Arrow. He's not Arrow. It's
Captain America ain't the black dude.
Yo, he was just there was just a chick in Multiverse of Madness. What are you talking about? You got Captain America was they turned her into a chick.
What about Anthony Mackie?
No, she's not America. That's Britain.
Oh, all right. Well, they said she was Captain America at one point. Then you got the dude that shoot the arrows. That's a girl now. You know what I'm saying? Hawkeye. You know what I'm saying?
Now, a young lady. That's a young lady, right. And think about Young Avengers, but continue.
There you go. You got Marvels, Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel. You got She-Hulk replacing Hulk. All right, and then you got who else is replacing somebody? Oh, now you got a girl replacing Iron Man. You got a girl replacing Iron Man, so we don't got no more Iron Man.
She-Hulk, why you think She-Hulk is replacing the original Hulk?
I don't see it as a replacement. They can't coexist.
Yeah,
I don't know. We see. Characters. I don't know. They haven't told us nothing, so we don't know. They can just get rid of all of them. And then now you got the Black Panther is gone, and now we got a female Black Panther. So that's like, what is that? All right, we had 9, right? We had 9. Which I don't have a problem with the numbers, but like, do we have any more male? Is there any more males in the Marvel universe? That's all I'm asking. Like, I mean, like, I liked some of these.
We got War Machine. All
right, that's one. And you got 2. Well, actually, Ant-Man is going to be replaced by the Wasp. So, like, they're going to stomp on the ant, and they're going to upstream the Wasp. I was just playing. But I mean, like, yo, I can see how, like, fans who've been in love. You also got to remember, we spent damn near 20 years falling in love with these guys. So like, I forgot Thor, dude, they're doing a female Thor. They literally got rid of all of the males and was like, yo, we're gonna do all females. Now that's gangster to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, what about the guys that really did fall in love with these original characters? You just got rid of all these guys, and you think the fans are not gonna have an issue with it?
No, y'all guys can still be in love with those guys. But we done men as the superheroes for forever, yo.
That's a fact.
But it doesn't even matter. Like, you know, saying this is great that Marvel is doing their thing.
But what about us guys that have a pseudo gay relationship with these men, and then like, yo, what happens? You done took our gay. Yeah, right. But we can't. You took them away. We don't have it no more. So now we gotta go
watch the original. You can watch the Black Panther, the original.
But I want to see. Right? I want to see a new one though. I want to see new. I want to see new stuff. I don't.
You know, in the original Black Panther, he's still alive.
Until the end of the.
I mean, worry about that.
Spoiler alert. Okay, this man had a kid. And we know for a fact that he's gonna grow up to be Panther. Look, in my mind, I can see us.
Oh my God, JS! What? You know you on camera, right?
I didn't say one word. I was just
fast forward. We gonna time elapse. He's gonna get older. I think because of Kang, some time related. We're gonna see him age up. He's gonna be aged appropriately, and then we're gonna see. Not a kid version. We might see a kid version in a couple of TV shows. Yeah, and then by the time Wakanda 3 come out, he's going to be of age. And like somebody said, we might see, by that time, we'll see Storm or somebody. But we're going to get a adult male version of T'Challa. And I think that's going to happen. But this whole recasting just so we can have Denzel's son playing T'Challa or whoever you think should play T'Challa, just so half of America be like, he ain't a good T'Challa. That ain't gonna work. No,
that would be hard if Denzel Washington's son was to become T'Challa. That would be crazy. He would kill that. He
That's
would kill that.
what you want.
I don't necessarily say that's what I want. I actually like Sherry. I think they really did a good job of Sherry stepping into that space. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you know what I mean?
And that's comic book accurate. This is comic book accurate. She did take the mantle for a while as the Black Panther.
Right. And honestly, I would love to see the next film where she gets challenged by. I would love to see her get challenged by a bunch of dudes and she whips all of their butts and then like really earns that space and then decides, I don't really want it. Like, I'm gonna hand it off to one of the dudes I beat. Like, yo, you can have it. Like, you know what I mean? Just make sure when I come back, you keep the throne clean type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
She is going to be the queen. I'm thinking she's just gonna rock the whole queen role because if you remember, M'Baku back to the falls and was like, "Yay, I'm ready to challenge somebody." So this is the challenge to see who's gonna be the new Black Panther. So I can see Mr. Duke playing M'Baku Black Panther for a while. He'll probably, if there's another Avengers movie, he'll probably be the Black Panther in those movies or TV show that comes out. But then by the time we're ready for Ryan to do his third movie with Black Panther, we'll have young Prince T'Challa come back and do his thing. That's how I see it.
Let me ask you this, because it seemed like you weren't really a fan of my choice. Who would be your choice to play like a grown T'Challa, not a kid T'Challa? Who would you like to play grown T'Challa, replacement for T'Challa?
No, I feel you. And I didn't dislike it, but he is up next. Because Chadwick was doing everything. He was bodying every role. You know what I'm saying? Even though if he didn't look like somebody, his skills were so good that his acting was so good that he looked like Thurgood Marshall. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he did, he embodied that role. All right. So I'm thinking that you may have a point with what is Denzel Washington's son name? David Washington.
David.
So David, he could be a good choice. But with the whole recast T'Challa thing, I never thought about it. It was never anything that came into my mind as this like he would be a good actor. Like I may have thought about it for a little bit when he had passed away. I was just like, oh man, what are they gonna do with the movie? Because I know he had passed away during pre-production, I do believe. So I was just like, that was the only time I really thought what's going to happen. In my back of my mind, I was just like, oh, they gonna hit us with a curveball, and it is actually they actually recast someone. No, they just brought in the kid. I was just like, bang.
I think that was an ingenious idea. I mean, I think they really did a genius job. But I just want to further defend my David Washington.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to further defend my David Washington choice, and the reason why I'm defending David Washington is I just saw him in Tenet, and he did such a phenomenal job of playing a complex character. He knew how to exert confidence without being over the top. He knew how to be, regal. He knew how to be suave, but he also had the physicality. You know what I mean? He could do those complicated fight scenes. You know what I mean? And having somebody with acting chops and also having the physicality is hard. And then also looking like you can own a room. And he got that from his father. That kind of like you walk into a room, you command respect, you command presence. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I was wondering about watching Shuri. Like, it took her a while before she took on that air, like when she walked in the room and she took up space. Because it seemed like when she's in her lab, she's confident. when she's in the throne room,
Yeah,
and when she's around all these delegates, she kind of like, she kind of shrinks down, and I feel like that was done intentionally. So like, seeing her kind of like, learn how to like get in that room and take space up, that's a part of being a royal, is like you have this confidence, you have this air, thing about you. So like, and David Washington naturally has that. So Ink Boy, give me your choice. If you could choose exclusive once Idris Elba to play back Black Panther. Here we go. There we go.
That nigga does not got the muscle definition to be. No.
What? Are you serious?
And he's gonna be too old. He's gonna be too old. In my opinion. Look, we got
just like Batman. Go ahead. Just like Batman, we got people.
2 out of 3 again. 2 out of 3 again.
I'm shutting up. Go ahead. I'm shutting up.
No, I'm saying
you ain't got to shut up.
I got on there and I just saw that, but it was just My bad. What was your question?
Look, I mean, he's too old in my opinion. Look, if we gonna build up young Toussaint, aka Prince T'Challa, we can't just skip the good years. We're talking about we need a franchise actor that's gonna be with us for the next 10 years. So if it's not
you
David,
killing Idris?
yeah, no, I'm not killing him. I'm just saying he's gonna be too old. He's already got gray in his beard. You know what I'm saying? He's heavy. Imagine him inside the habits, the Black Panther habits. I mean,
right.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Look, he needs to just go be James Bond and be happy with that.
Yeah.
Just be James Bond, all right? Look, but if we're not going to get David, we need to get some young black man.
I just don't want that one dude who Ant-Man just ran into. And like that
you talking about the dude that's gonna
be
Kang. He can't be Kang and Black Panther.
Yeah, that's not possible. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
He can't play two.
But you talking about Majors. His last name is Majors. Yeah.
Right. All right. I'm gonna throw this out here real quick. What about Lakeith Stanfield?
Ugh.
Nope. Lakeith is a mighty fine actor, but his look, is he gonna put on 20 pounds of muscle?
Or who?
Is he?
No.
What?
I'm saying, like, who said that he's a fine actor? I feel like, remember when they said that Will Smith was like saying all the whole, he knew he memorized the whole script.
You don't like Lakeith?
I don't.
You bugging, yo. Lakeith
I feel like
dope.
he's calculated. He did good. And
what? Okay, 2 out of 3.
Get out.
2 out of 3. Once again. How you hating on Lakeith?
I bang with Lakeith, bro. I feel like he could pull it off. You know what I'm saying? J. Kel said, I love Lakeith, but no, damn, that's crazy. That's super crazy. All right.
Look.
Hold on. If they let that damn Tyrese into the MCU, David could maybe. Yo, stop it. Hold on. Where's my sound effect?
Oh, 1 second. What's that? You can play this.
Oh, snap. All right. Get out of here. No, J. Kells. Bad J. Kells. Bad J. Kells.
No. Look, all right. So, what did y'all think of the Chadwick tribute? I mean, the whole movie pretty much had tributes throughout, especially in the beginning with the murals and everything. But at the very end, that tribute,
definitely heartfelt.
I was like, if they would have played his voice at any point during that tribute, it was going to be a wrap. Everybody in that theater would have been crying. And and then also when the Marvel in the beginning when they showed the
yes, they was going for tears all the way.
Nothing but him, Chadwick on there. And then to added touch was make it silent. Oh, bruh, they was trying to get you. I was like, y'all gonna cry today.
Oh no, they got me. They got
Okay,
me.
AJ, that's big of you.
That's a real man right there.
I'm a real hobo. Yep. It was definitely one of those moments. Yo, there were a few times when I cried, and Mom Duke's passing, and Shuri just pumping on her chest, and I was just like, no, don't do this to me, bro. Because I honestly, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see it coming. So when it happened,
I didn't see it coming.
Yo, and the thing, even with her standing behind the glass, I thought something else. I didn't didn't even think that was gonna happen. So like when she died, I'm like, hold up, bro. Like we just got.
She made.
And like this is right,
but
yeah, like right after the scene where she had made the speech in the throne room, like that made me cry because like when she fired Shorty and like screamed on everybody in the room, I was like, have I not given everything? Like, and it wasn't all right. So the thing that made it powerful is that I understood what that moment was about. It was not. She was lashing out of trauma and out of pain. It had nothing to do with. It had nothing. Yeah, like she had a moment. Like she was having a moment where she was just like. She just snapped, and it was just like, you know what I mean? And everybody, and the thing is, everybody in that room felt guilty at the same time. Like everybody, like you can see that every person
sued for wrongful termination. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like the princess chose to go on her own recon.
No. The leader said, "Can Shuri go?" And then she said, "I'll take care of her." At that moment, she took responsibility for the princess. That's number one. Number two, you never freaking take the second in command of an entire country out on a mission. She's second now. She's not third or fourth or fifth. She's number two. She was not supposed to leave the kingdom under any circumstances. I'm telling you, in real world, she would never be allowed to do that.
I need you to summer down now. Summer down now. Okay.
No, I'm just being honest with you. Like, you don't take it. And then on top of that, that's her only living relative. Husband dead, son dead. This all I got. So you about to take her out? Man, that's crazy. Yes, J. Kel's wrongful termination was definitely crazy. Nah, man. Woo.
She is a case.
J. Kel said, I couldn't have taken him speaking, but appreciated the tributes. But the movie had some eye-watering scenes for sure. Mm-hmm. So you cried. Go ahead and say you cried, dog. It's cool.
I did.
They almost got me. Look, man. But yeah.
I got Misty.
And
yeah.
I was without a doubt. That's why I was saying.
I got Misty because my daughter did the Wakanda thing when T'Challa did it. So like, you know, when they did the tribute and like he just kept going like, and I just like looked over and she was like, and I was like, oh gosh. All right. Okay. Okay. This is what's happening.
So I was my daughter, and since we saw this movie every day, she's been saying, I can't stop thinking about this movie. She smiles and she's 12.
Okay.
And she'll look up at the sky and just smile and just think and be like, I can't stop thinking about this movie. Then like on day one, she was just like, I'm inspired. And I was just like,
I like it.
Snap. Yeah. And so somebody was asking me how I liked it. And because they knew I have a daughter. So is it different because I have a daughter from that perspective? Because with it being so much woman power in the movie, do I look at it differently because I have a daughter? And I never really thought about it. And I didn't look at the movie as female empowerment at the time or whatever. It was just, I'm used to certain societies where the matriarch runs it anyway. So this wasn't odd. This was odd to me to see the queen running everything and whatnot. So it was just like, this is, and plus with folks dying off, this is all we had left. So we got to run it. Do I think that they getting rid of all the black men or whatever? Nah, I'm cool. They told the story they wanted to tell. They got the curveball with his death, and so they're going to recast, or we're gonna have ourselves a new T'Challa, a new Black Panther coming soon. So I can live with it. I enjoyed it, and that's just how I feel about things.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Ink Boy, did you have any? Did you want to make a speech?
Well, I can't top that one, but
yeah, facts.
Definitely watching the movie with my daughter. The perspective, her seeing these strong women, I thought was really awesome. Now that like that has been brought to like the attention, I think like there will be, you know, I think with like the new generation, they won't look at it in the sense of female empowerment. It would just be like people empowerment for real, in the sense that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a great movie. The women did their thing, but if you watch another movie, the men did their thing. If you watch another movie, you know what I'm saying? It's joint efforts. Like I watched that Spider-Man joint, you know what I'm saying? And then that was really, really big of me because I quit for the most part with Marvel after Endgame. Cause like it was just too much. Same way I quit, like, you know what I'm saying, The Walking Dead when my original cast started to die. You know what I'm saying? It's like I live in Baltimore. I'm not ready for this emotional roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? So like that whole moon person and a couple like the other different like Marvel things, I did not see. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like I understand, like, you know what I'm saying, people have their plights. You know, some people feel a certain way, other people feel another way, and that's what makes America. We have the right to be wrong. You have the right to be right. You could do whatever you want here for real. So, you know what I'm saying? But what we should do is just enjoy that Marvel is just that great. And we're not DC people.
Right.
We're not
I
DC
mean,
people.
let me tell you something. Like, as and you know, I'm definitely not as I'm not as cool as you guys. I'm not a girl dad. I mean, I have a goddaughter, and I tell her all of the time that she grew up in a world where women are presented more, I guess, normal, meaning that they are presented as people that can be in charge. The movies that she got to be 12 years old and have Wonder Woman and Miss Marvel and this and that. You know what I mean? So she didn't necessarily have to grow up feeling like, well, I didn't see myself in the entertainment industry. You know what I mean? She didn't have nothing. She had more than just these caricatures of urban black women. She got to see a diverse cross section of black women, from black lawyers to black superstars and black superheroes and black, you know what I mean? And she could decide who she wanted to be, you know what I mean? And then now imagine, you know, you guys' daughter's generation coming up now having even more, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's gonna be interesting to see how that affects them going into adulthood. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No black boys are gonna stand up. Like, who we got?
Facts. I mean, like, let's be honest, bro. I'm 43 years old. The only thing when I was a teenager, we had Meteor Man. Like,
but
I mean,
Meteor
like,
Man, I
mean, yeah, it was cool. We had, I mean, Blade, but he was like kind of like an anti-hero, like Batman. So, like, yeah, I mean, kind of, sort of. Is he a good guy? I don't know. And like with Blade was a very, he didn't have depth. Like, it wasn't like you got, you know what I mean? They didn't really spend a lot of time in his past. They told you the story. It was very simple, but it's not like, if you go YouTube Batman, they got so much stuff to tell you about the history of the Batman is crazy. But like Blade is not the same. So it's like, you didn't get you might have loved Blade because he was cool, but it was not like, yo, you know, he can bench 1,000 pounds and he can jump 16 roofs and he can, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have all of this depth of history that you can, like, you know, build out, you know, off of that. So, like, you know, us growing up, man, like, we didn't have all that. So, like,
see,
I love
I didn't dive into like their backgrounds like that neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Batman's parents got murked by going down the alley and they shouldn't have. And you know what I'm saying? Blade, mother got bit by a vampire. Like, I felt like it was like on the same lines. Batman got money, Blade didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, that's shallow.
No, I hear what you're saying, but like, all right, I remember vividly that Iron Man had a book called the Iron Manual, and in that book, it had like schematics for suits, and it had breakdowns for all of these different things, all of these different structures that he had. Batman had books based on like his gear and like the batarang and the thing, and it's built out of this, and it had titanium and plutonium. They really
So
did.
I see. Okay, I see where you're going. I see where you. That is based upon popularity.
Right.
Because of the popularity of those two characters, the story is able to continue to grow. We can build out more stories and the
Right.
little acts and stuff on the side that you can.
Right.
Blade is a niche title that is only in the
Right.
vampire section of Marvel Comics, and then for them to put it out and make it a vampire comic book movie that just happened to blow up and happened to save Marvel and happened to pave the way for the MCU that we know together was just everything coming together. Everybody loved New Line Cinemas back in the day. You can't go wrong with Wesley Snipes. And then I mean, it was cool killing vampires, and then cool. I mean, you just that's what we needed back in the 90s. Now, with that said, if the TV, not the TV show, if the new movie comes out, you know you're going to get a
All
more
of that.
fleshed out
All of
backstory.
that.
And when he
The
joins
specs
the
on his
Marvel
car.
Universe, you're gonna see more of him everywhere, which means we're gonna have more classic monsters, vampires, or whatever, because he's killing monsters. That's his job. That's what he does. He's angry because he is got the powers of vampire, or whatever, but he can be in the daytime. What I want to say is this next thing, kind of staying with the movies, is the way that Marvel changes the background of a character. For instance, in this story, Namor is from Atlantis, but now Namor is 500 years old at least from a old Mayan civilization. And coming up in the future, Wonder Man, I don't know if y'all know about him. He's a white dude. He's going to be played by a black actor. All right. The
Why
dude
didn't
that
you, why
was
didn't you say something when JS was nagging?
well, look, he was nagging. Look, I needed free space to talk. All right. And then we have some people in the past that have been a lot of white people don't like it when they change the race of a character for some reason.
They do not.
I don't have a problem with it if that character is so vanilla that it doesn't matter if they're black or white. Go ahead, give him some spice, give him a background story, and that's how I feel about Namor. Namor is infinitely more interesting to me because he has that culture behind him, like a real world behind him. But then they also, instead of using Atlantis, which was a smart, because then people were talking about, well, Aquaman's Atlantis was better. No, we got Tolokon, which is a Mayan civilization underwater. Big shout outs to Ryan Coogler for learning how to swim so he could shoot all of that underwater, because that looked beautiful. So I've said a mouthful. So the main thing I want y'all to talk about is recasting, but changing a character
The background
in the
of it.
MCU.
I'm all for it, especially with them connecting the dots with like the Mayan history. That made it like even to me, it made it more real, and from there it gained the background and the support of those people. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, if they was to like recast like Black Panther and make him, say like another race, it would be like an issue. But as far as like it being Atlantis that they just switched it up on, that's not a bad switch for real.
From my perspective, I think I'm starting to understand the Marvel formula. Like, they are trying to find ways to anchor characters in a way where us as the viewer can fall in love with it. With so much fantasy, it's kind of hard to relate to fantasy characters because there's no space in reality. But when you anchor these major characters into cultures that we are familiar with, there's an immediate connection. You know, just the fact that they announce, he's gonna be, you know, like you see the skin tone, you see the face of the actor playing it, and you see that this person is Mexican, and you see that it's gonna be based off of like Mayan culture and South American culture, and then to see how they play it against black culture, like there's an immediate connection. It's gonna immediately bring an emotional response, and it has nothing to do with the writing. I mean, it has nothing to do with the comic book. So like, if you notice, Marvel has done an ingenious job of connecting every major character to a culture. Now, not only does that help them tell a story, not only does that help us connect to the character, but also it gives more credence to, hold on for a second. It also allows Marvel to connect culturally with different countries on a deeper level. So say if Marvel ain't big in South America, they have now a South American character, that whole country is going to rally. The same way they did in China. The reason why you're going to give them a movie is because China wants to see a character in that universe that resembles them. The same thing with with Moon Knight, doing a, doing a Middle Eastern character Egyptian, so that they can tap in. Yep. It gives them somebody that they can identify with and they can connect with. And that's so, and to me, I feel like that's super important when you want to keep your sales high over a long period of time. You know, taking that time to like, let's create a character for every culture on this planet so that everybody has somebody to call their own, so that we can sell games, we can sell movies, we can sell toys. You know what I mean? Every little girl on the planet is going to see their self in a character. Every little boy is going to see their self in a character. And it's, you know what I mean? I think that's just pure genius on their part for them to remove their own personal cultural bias and say, hey, let's be respectful to every culture. You know what I'm saying? And even more, you see how they didn't do it in Black Adam and how it was trash. Black Adam was so trash because of the fact that they did what Hollywood normally do.
I'm hearing mixed reviews and people saying the Black Adam was really good.
Have you seen Black Adam?
Not yet.
No.
Right. When you do, come back and talk to me. But like, I didn't really enjoy that. But go ahead.
I want to piggyback off of something that you said. It was one of the things I wanted to say was with the method right now, it's kind of like they're fixing the sins of their forefathers. Because if you think about it, when Marvel was created, it's a bunch of old white people creating characters that are just white, right? So there was no reason for them. They could have created black characters back in the day, but they didn't. Right. They did what they knew. A lot of these characters that are created could have been black or any other race, but it wasn't, unless it was a stereotype or a caricature. All right, so now Marvel now is like, we don't have to do that no more. We can make it do what it do. Like this character right here, it can be, you know what I'm saying? And I for one, I dig it. It's like we know Black Panther can't be Italian. That's not going to work because the basis of the Black Panther is being from Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? But I got you. Hey, big shout outs to Drew Garrett is in the building. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you got everything worked out. Before we leave, I at least wanted you to be able to tell us what you thought about the movie, and then you had a question that you wanted to ask me. Said,
and can he mute his television, bro? We can hear your television, sir.
I got you.
Thank you, brother.
Is that better?
I think it's better. Hold on, that might be Ink Boy. Let me mute him. There you go. That was you, sir. All right, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Garrett. Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Again, thanks for having me on the show again. And I kind of did hear like the last 3 4 minutes of the conversation, and I'm on the fence. I'm really on the fence about Black Panther. I think it was a wonderful movie, very well done, very action. The action, the acting, everything was on point. I thoroughly enjoyed it. However, I did have a problem with one thing, and that one thing is the
Okay.
culture. And the problem I had with it is, if you're a comic person, you know that Namor was the king of Atlantis. If you do the history, he was an Atlantean, he was the history. And they changed it to represent South America. That's fine and dandy. I love that. A lot of the gangs here in California, especially Hispanic gangs, really relate to that culture, the Aztecs and South American. You see the gang members with those tattoos on their body. The problem I had with that is the fighting was black and brown. I had a problem with us fighting against people who, against the brown people. There's already enough racial tension here in California. I mean, you go into a Hispanic community, they don't want black people there. And for them, and Ryan Coogler being from California, I think this should have been something he knows or experienced. I certainly have. I've seen it. I've seen riots in predominantly Mexican schools against black people and vice versa. But I did have a problem with us, the Wakandans, which we know is fictional, but it still represents black people fighting Namor's people, which now is not Atlantis, or it could have been some aliens. It's now South Americans, which is who brown people identify with. I really wish that he had made it, either kept it with the Atlanteans or had made it and maybe even a race from, an alien species. I didn't like the war against black and brown people. That's the only problem I had with that film.
I would like to jump in and say that I
That
feel like
is
it was
interesting.
Point that wasn't it.
Yeah, I feel like that was intentional. I feel like the whole.
Oh yeah, it definitely was intentional. But
yeah,
if you grew up or the history between us, I don't think that was represented right.
I think it was definitely an issue like that was apparent, but like the way they panned the movie out, and they pretty much they shook hands at the end, even though they they have ulterior motives. It still made it we're cool.
Yeah, but I was a little uncomfortable because I was at a theater in Chino, California, and the theater was predominantly all Hispanics. It was one white person and one black person. The black person was myself. And after seeing the Hispanics lose, I was a little uncomfortable when I left the theater.
But then you gotta remember, like we when we had Black Panther 1, what I'm saying, we showed up and Kente cloth and all that type of stuff for real. It was our time to shine. I think with this movie right here, it was their opportunity because they don't have a superhero per se.
And if I
like,
might
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. But they didn't lose. They were about to win. Like, the Spanish dudes was whooping our ass. Wakanda was losing, bro. Losing bad.
We had 6 people left.
Yeah, right.
But Black Panther could have easily took his head off, and that crap would have been over right then and there.
Nah, they would have gone crazy. If they had killed old boy.
No, all she had to do was fly over that boat with that head in his hand, and they would have lost their mind. They would have jumped in that water and disappeared.
And they wouldn't have did that at all. They would have killed everybody. What are you talking about?
Dude,
they killed everybody.
No, they wouldn't. In every war, you cut the head off of the leader, the war is over.
Yo, what in the world?
I felt like this was like
when you break the head of a spear, you can no longer use that spear. They would have to go find new leadership.
That's a cool concept, bro. But let's go back to the
But
end of the
hey,
film.
but look,
Wait, hold on.
How much more time do
what
we
they
have?
needed.
How much more time do we
I
have?
just want to make this one more point, yo. Yo, what happened when dude up there painting the picture at the end of the movie? He put the black people in the Spanish people. Who came from out of the back? Lil Shorty. Hey, man, why you going on and let them do their thing, man? Like, she was pissed. She wanted to take. She was like, bro, we could have took him out. Like, why you back down? Why? And he was just like, he gave his reasoning. But at the end of the day, if he had died, they would have wiped all of them black dudes off the planet, bro. That's a wrap.
Black Panther 3.
It would have had a Black Panther. It'd have been a wrap,
We would
bro.
not have gotten a Black Panther 3.
It'd be
if most of these people have the power of the Hulk, it's a problem. And
I didn't think so. I thought it was just
it's a real problem. Because think about it, all the pressure from the ocean on their shoulders got to make you super strong. I mean, if you can live because of all of that pressure or whatever, you already know you coming out like a Super Saiyan already. And so, man up, man. And then they got vibranium too. I mean, look, the vibranium was up an advantage. Now our enemy is super powered, and they got vibranium. It's a problem.
And they got that little song they was doing, that mermaid song that was making people jump off ship.
The sirens. So they were like mermaid sirens for real. So it's like,
it's
honestly,
a wrap,
like
that was well done. I like how they incorporated that.
Right.
Wakanda had every right to lose right there for real.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out J. Kells.
Thank God.
Remember Wakanda.
Yo, hey, Mastermind. What did he say to the queen when he got out the water? He was like, yo, I could show up with more people than, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was something crazy, like more people than there is mosquitoes or some shit like that.
Security.
Right.
He bypassed security of the one nation that has not been conquered by any colonizer. And this dude just showed up at her favorite spot in Wakanda.
Her favorite spot.
Hey, lady, what's popping?
Right.
Like, I can come get you whenever I want to.
She was picnicking on the beach with her daughter.
Yeah, man. He popped up in shorts with a stick. You know what I'm saying? And his jewelry on. You know how gangster is that? He ain't even had no shirt on. He ain't had no shoes, no pants. He had drawers on. He came showing up in his drawers. It was crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. But look, it's just one of those things, like, look how the colonizers are pitting us against each other. It was just like, look, we already know what's popping. One side is just like, hey, let's just kill them all. Look, let's just kill them all, because if we don't, they coming for us. And then the other side is just like, yeah, we used to be where you was at, but we cool over here. As long as we keep all this technology and stuff that we've created, we straight, because I know if they get their hands on it, it's gonna be a problem. They won't. Not only will they affect us, they gonna tear up the rest of the world. So to prevent that, I don't care how many sanctions they talking about. Hey, you're not giving us no Wakanda technology. Of course I'm not, because everything that you touch, you destroy. So if I'm gonna give you some stuff that'll help you destroy, what I look like? I look like Boo Boo the Fool at that point. And so. You can't, sometimes it's just like, yo, I want to be your friend. I want to be your ally, but you got to calm down, dog, because every time we go out, you get into a fight. I don't want to get into a fight all the day. I just want to chill out and sip my strawberry daiquiri and just chill. But no, here you go, popping off. What you say, Telecon? Bam, there you go. You're throwing a water grenade. Now half the people are dead because they can't swim. You know, shout out to those water grenades, because those
water grenades was awesome.
Just like, yo,
hold on,
you can't stop that.
And
what
riding
you
a whale, riding a whale.
Oh, dog! When they came in on the whale and the orcas, I was just like, you know how bad
when
you
they was in the city
on the orca.
When they was in the city with the whale, they jumped off the whale to get on the bridge.
Hey, dog, ain't nothing you can do. That they showed up with the whale. Well, they coming with the whales and the orcas. It was just like, well, That's it. What we got? We got rhinos, dog. My rhinos versus your whale. What we gonna do?
Yeah, all right. We got to shut this down, bro. Like we almost at 2 hours. Come on, Mastermind, yo. What we got to do to get up out of here?
Yeah, I would just want to say, I appreciate y'all. As you can see, we can talk about this for at least the other 30 minutes. If you haven't seen the movie, you need to go see it ASAP. Tell all your friends to go see it. Let's get this thing to $1 billion, $1 billion plus. All right, $1 billion plus worldwide. I want to thank everybody that was here. Big shout out. Yo, Drew, I'm so glad that you made it. And I'm so glad
Man,
that
I'm
you
glad I
were
made it.
able to leave your comment.
Yeah, sorry I was late,
Yeah, because
gentlemen.
the comment
It
you
was a
made was
pleasure.
popping.
Yeah, it was a pleasure
Yes,
talking with
sir.
three intelligent brothers. And, I'm sorry I was late. I wish I had, had a little bit more time, but I appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
No, man, and I appreciate you. And congratulations. Yeah, for sure. Congratulations on the film when you won your award. I just wanted to say that live.
Wow.
Big ups to you, my friend.
Thank
Big
you,
ups
bro.
to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got a shout out to Jay Kells. He a fool. He said, I was going to help my white neighbor rake leaves. Not now. Man, yeah, you are special, dog. Shout out to Ink Boy. Ink Boy, thank you for being on the show. And I want each and every one of y'all Sundays, 6 p.m. The Black Nerd Podcast, bbclife.com. Again, 6 p.m. Sunday. Black Nerd Podcast to get my thumbs up, seal approval. Yeah, I need to rock with them because they are hilarious and they dropping knowledge all the time and it's fun. JS1 held me down once again on the boards. You are that dude. Real quick, we're about to end this show. Last words. Go ahead. Last words. We're going with you, Ink Boy. What you got to say? Kick your shout outs or whatever.
Hey, honestly, shout out to you for having me on the show. I appreciate it. The show is definitely funny as hell. Y'all crazy as shit. Thank you again, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My dude, Drew, what you got to say? Last word.
Hey, man, shout out to all y'all brothers, man. I appreciate y'all's time. I appreciate, being able to just kick it and rap with y'all. I look forward to doing it again. And just peace.
JS1.
Yo, shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everybody that took their time out of their life to go and take their family, their kids, everybody, like all the black people. I couldn't get y'all to go see The Woman King. I couldn't get y'all to go see any other black films, but I'm happy that y'all sell out degenerate black folk went and at least saw Black Panther. So I'm saluting y'all and I'm saying thank y'all for that. You know what I mean? If y'all need to continue to support black creatives, especially like Mastermind, let's do this, man. Let's continue to support our own and let's continue to have these great conversations. I feel like it's so necessary. You know what I mean? Big Dog came in here talking about, we don't want to have fights between black and brown. So you know what I mean? We're going to have to find some Spanish people and bring them on the show. Talk about salsa music and salsa dip. You know what I mean? Let's holler at Pitbull. And other than that, man, y'all get some rest, get some food in y'all systems, and we gonna check out.
I know y'all got pulled. Somebody got Pitbull's number. Yeah. Big shout out. Look, next week we got tech. We're doing tech. My man from Silicon Valley, Al Woom, is going to be in the building. And then on November 29th, Kathy Lincoln, a very good casting director that y'all need to know about. She's going to be in the building. Free for free. She usually charges for this. She's going to be on our show. So if you're an actor, you want to know about acting stuff, Kathy is the person to listen to and to talk to. Big shout outs to DFL Incorporated for sponsoring the show in November and in December. If you want to sponsor the show, just holler at your boy. And that is it. I just wanted to say thank y'all to each and every one of y'all, J. Kells, Miriam, and everybody else that was in the chat. Thank you very much. I love y'all. Next week, peace.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your man Mastermind, and the Indie Show, All Things Indie, is sponsored by Domestic Financial Management LLC. That's right, DFM LLC has been in the credit score improvement business since 2008. Their services include home loan modification services, credit building program, stopping harassment, credit strong program, and a checked credit monitoring service. For more details, call 909-279-7843. That's 909-279-7843. Once again, that's 909-279-7843. And ask for Will, all right? You can also find them online at www.dfmllc4.com. That's www.dfmllc4.com. Domestic Financial Management LLC.
That time, man. The Indie Show. My main man, Mastermind. The Indie Show, indeed, the flow sickening. Masterminded by Mastermind, the plot thickens. Good riddance to other pies, the odds against them. Tuesday at 8 p.m., we back in business. Key is in the building, Jay is in the building. Giving the feeling that most of y'all been missing. All things indie, is it banging or whack? Can't call it, but we'll be the judge of that. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Major League, we indie, ain't no canceling this. And Logic came through with the verbal assist. Major League, we indie, ain't no canceling this. And I'm